we just step on blowers here a little bit. Blowers itself have kind of become, as I put it, the redheaded stepchild of power equipment lately. There's a lot of city ordinance going into effect where, they're requiring no gas blowers or some type of low noise blower. Echo does make, and I want to say we were the first low noise blower manufacturer out there. Was the old PV4600s, 460 LNs, anything, something in that ballpark model numbers. What they classify a low noise blower is 65 decibels. Okay, this one I believe is 73 decibels. Okay, and I want to say for every 6 decibels, it's twice as loud. Don't quote me, but
it's logarithmic, like the Richter scale on earthquakes. So it's the 1 dB is a lot.
Right. So it is. I wish I didn't have one. I would have brought one. We could have shown you the difference between a low noise and a standard blower. But it is night and day. Low noise blower. I mean, it's comfortable for you. I mean, you guys use blowers you guys use it on a daily basis. You guys know how loud it is, especially using it for 4, 6, 8 hours, however long you guys use it for. Constant on your back, that the whine. But a lot of that whine has changed over the years. But yet again, like I said, the redheaded stepchild is that a lot of these city ordinance have basically says, hey, no more blowers. So what I always try to point out on blowers is that you got to have courtesy when you're using a blower. Okay, if you're out in a park, you're out in this city way on a street, whatnot, and you're blowing, and a pedestrian is coming by, put it either hey, turn it off or put it on low and kind of just let the customer come by, let the pedestrian come by. I've seen it more than one time where city guys or even just a general landscape guy is out there blowing, someone's walking by and they're blowing dust all over them, and that's how we kind of get that domino effect that people start complaining about blowers. Okay, blowers itself is designed to blow air. So yes, sir.
From a safety point of view, what type of safety equipment should you be using safety equipment with the blower also?
The blower, number one, is ear protection. Okay. Ear protection, of course, we talked about decibels, 65 decibels versus 71, 72 decibels. Having that unit right on your back, it is loud. So A1, ear protection. 2, eye protection. Got to wear goggles. Again, we want to make sure we have that full wrap style, so we're covering both the sides. And the third one, it's optional, but some form of a dust mask. If you're going to be in a dusty, really dusty, dirty condition, I would highly recommend using a dust mask. Your lungs are basically as similar as to the filters on these machines. You don't want all that debris going into your lungs, so put on a mask, protect yourself from all that dust, because like I said, we all think we're invisible when we're young and going strong, but it all catches up on us. It all catches up. So
as a design, are they meant to do a lot of shaking like that, or what is the purpose for that?
For this actual blower?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the springs itself are basically an anti-vibe. So basically what they're doing is reducing the vibration of the engine. So when we start this machine, we can see it shake. Okay, but what we're doing is we're taking through those springs, we're reducing that shake to the user.
Oh.
Okay, so that's what it is. We used to use, a lot of manufacturers used to use rubber mounts, but over the time with gas, today's pump gas, rubber materials don't last very long as you start getting gas on it, oils, whatnot, so they got a lot of premature failures. So a lot of our stuff is switching to a spring iso mount style.
On power equipment, I noticed that you pump the gas. There's been times where what is your recommendations on how many pounds
Okay.
should
Sure.
we?
So basically, what we'll do is we'll cover starting procedure. Primarily, the starting procedure on all the Echo machines are exactly the same. It makes it simple. Okay. We all have an on-off switch, whether it's a blower, a string trimmer, a hedge clipper, or a chainsaw, whatever it is. We all have the on-off switch. Okay. Basically, what we want to do is click it on. Okay. Most machines have some sort of a purge bulb on it. This is not a primer. We're not injecting fuel into the carburetor. Okay, that's what a primer does. This is a purge bulb. And what a purge bulb does is basically sucks the air out of the fuel lines to help you ease the start. Okay, so on the Echo machines, you could purge this thing 3, 4, 5 times, or you can press it 100 times till your fingers numb. Okay, it's not going to flood the engine. What you want to do is on a cold start operation, basically what you want to do is you want to pump it until you feel resistance on the bulb. Okay, or if you can see the fuel lines, you want to make sure that you don't see no air in the fuel lines, and then you're done. On average, you're anywhere from 3 to 6 times. Okay. I mean, I do it 1, 2, 3, 4. You do it real quick, and you're off and running. So, again, it's not a primer; it's a purge bulb. All you're doing is removing air from the fuel lines to help the ease of starting. Okay. So, we got it on. We purged our system. We're gonna put it on choke. So, what does choke do? I mean, choke basically what it does is, we all know that here's your carburetor, here's your flapper and your choke. Okay. So what we're doing is we're shutting off that flapper. We're shutting off that flapper to that.
Just like a vehicle.
Just like a vehicle. Okay. So all we're doing now is the way carburetors work. Carburetors require basically diaphragm in there, along with the force of air coming in there, which helps draw fuel. Okay, but at cold start operations, we don't have the engine running. We don't have it pulsating, pumping fuel into the carburetor. So what we're doing is we're shutting off, closing that valve, which basically allows it to suck more fuel into the carburetor without having that purge and with ease of start. Okay, so we got it purged, we got it on, we flipped our choke on. Most of the time, it's a choke situation. You can, if you're quick enough, you can choke it. It'll fire up, and you can turn it off, and it'll keep on going. Most of the time, we start our chainsaws. It fires, it pops. Okay. Now we want to make sure we take it off choke. So, I know that's common practice, common basics. Every manufacturer is different. Some have half choke, quarter choke. I've seen it across the board. But again, like I talked about, read your owner's manual. It'll tell you proper procedure for that machine. Because, like I said, everyone's different. Every manufacturer is different. But in the Echo lineup, we're all pretty much the same. On, purge, choke, start. It pops. Take choke off. Give it another pull or two. You're off and running. Okay. So, real simple, real basic.